Hello and welcome to today's Work Smarter Wednesday, focused on digital twin and looking at how it can bring benefit to the whole construction business. I'll be joined today by Claire Orchard, who's the Digital and Information Manager for Milton Keynes NHS Trust, and she'll be talking us through what Milton Keynes are looking to do with the digital twin process at the Trust. We're just going to move into some questions now. Why is it now that this is relevant for MKUH, do you think? I know you've got a big project coming up, but why wasn't it done before? Was the technology not available, or yeah, why now?
So definitely the technology, if we think back to before the cancer centre was built, technology wasn't probably where it is now. We could go down the line of saying that the cancer centre project didn't run as smoothly as we would have liked it, but at the end of the day, we were working with a process which was quite common to the industry at the time and still is now. BIM as a concept is great, and if you follow it exactly how you should, it should obviously help how your projects are run. But the sad truth is, I think the industry has still got quite a long way to go before everybody understands BIM and uses BIM in a common way, so that this ultimately then gets pushed across to everybody's projects as quickly as possible. I think BIM, I've heard BIM Light, BIM at level 1, level 2, 3D BIM, 10D BIM. Then you have the digital twin element coming in. Everyone's got their different view on what BIM should look like. And that's why I was sort of mentioning the ISO 16950 standards are going to be really important in making sure that everybody starts sort of, works to the same recipe essentially, and everyone can kind of work in that collaborative way, talking the same language. Why is it? So you're asking why now?
Yeah.
Technology definitely is there. We can use the 3D models in multiple different ways, which helps sell BIM a little bit more in a way, because ultimately BIM is a process, it's not a product, but people can't really see it or feel it. So I think the digital, the 3D modeling really helps sell BIM, but I don't think the 3D modeling is BIM. It definitely is all about the data. So now that technology is there, from my point of view, I'm able to sell BIM much easier, because I can say, look at this wonderful model you have, look at this digital twin, look how important it could be if we were to keep this up to date. And then obviously for us to then have the backing we need to go and make sure that the data is kept up to date, we build into our organization the processes that are needed to keep that digital twin there, and not going out, and I make a joke about this, and developing a digital distant twin, or digital distant cousin, sorry, because there's no point in having something that isn't useful. You need something to be up to date and useful for you. Of course, the NHP nationally, the programme has been pushing BIM now for quite a while. So there's an expectation across all the NHP NHS trusts across the UK that we do start taking BIM very seriously and pushing it. So we can't ignore it anymore. We know that it's going to help us deliver our projects across the UK much smoother and easier. So we have our methods of modern construction being pushed through the through the programme. That's extremely important, because MMC is going to help us deliver these hospitals in a much more efficient and effective way. And we need to be able to capture the data right from the very beginning of that process, where parts of the hospital may well be developed off-site, away from us. So we need to make sure that we understand what sort of level of information of asset data is going to be given to us when we start building on site, even before we start thinking about what we might like the data to look like for operational teams. And then we are also very, very conscious of keeping our carbon impact and the environmental impact of our developments down to a minimum, and recording that and measuring that through net carbon zero. Making sure that we're not using terrible amounts of energy where we shouldn't be. And BIM, if you build that into the model, is going to be very helpful indeed to keep on top of that.